Hello and welcome to another episode of Greymouse Does Stuff. Today's tutorial we are going to do a couple of things. I'm going to show you how to format a blank disk using Apple's Diskware System Master Floppy Disk for DOS 3.3 and then ProDOS. We're going to set up Apple Disk Transfer on the Apple, and then I will show you how to set up Apple Disk Transfer on the PC, transfer a floppy disk from the Apple to the PC, and then from the PC to the Apple. To begin with, we will format a couple of blank disks to write to using Apple Disk Transfer. I'm going to start up a disk which is called Apple's Diskware DOS 3.3 System Master Disk. Okay, now that's loaded, I've put a blank disk in the second disk drive, and I will show you how to format it. The command is init space and then the name hello, and then finally the disk drive number, which is drive 2. So init hello drive 2, and init will format our disk ready to be used. Looks like it's done. So I'll use that disk that I've just formatted and boot it up. Okay, so it's just successfully booted. Let's see what the contents of the disks is when it's blank. And there you have it. The catalog command shows you the contents of the disk, and there is one small file which is called hello, and that file is needed to make the disk bootable. Now I'll show you how to format a disk using ProDOS. I'm using the ProDOS user disk, which allow you to format and create ProDOS disks. So I've inserted another blank disk into drive 2. First we press F. ProDOS Filer Utilities. go to V for volume commands, and then choose F for format a volume. Slot 6, drive 2, and the name of the disk is going to be blank 44, and press yes. Great, so the disk has been successfully formatted for Protos. Let's begin by setting up the Apple side and boot up Apple Disk Transfer. Both the PC and the Apple II need to be running the same versions of Apple Disk Transfer. In this case it is version 2.0.1 for the Apple and version 2.0.1 for the PC. Let's begin by setting up the Apple II. We're going to use a serial because I've got a super serial card. Okay, and once we're in the program, first thing we're going to have to do is configure baud rate to a lower speed because it is more reliable for me at a lower speed to transfer disk images. Yes, that's all fine. So while we stay at the screen, I'll quickly hop over to the PC and show you how that end is set up. So it's ready to go, so go to File, Serial Configuration, COM2 and 19200, and Apple IIc is also ticked. Now COM2 is my serial port on my PC which the null modem cable is connected to, and the baud rate 19200 has to match the baud rate of the Apple II. So press OK on that. Now we set a working directory. This is where the floppy disks that you send or make disk images or receive is going to be stored. And click Set Working Directory. And that's done. In order for the Apple II to talk to the PC, you have to make sure that the baud rate is identical on both the Apple II and on the PC. If you're having trouble receiving or sending disk images, make sure that the baud rate is set correctly and that you've got the correct serial port on your PC. In my case is COM2. Now the PC is set up, we will just confirm these options here. Okay, so now that's ready. I'll go over to the PC and get that ready. Press serial to make the connection. Okay, so the PC is ready. It's waiting for the Apple II. So the easiest way to see if it's working would be a directory to see if it can read the PC's hard drive. So press D for dir. Press enter. It is working. As you can see, this is the hard disk on the PC. So the Apple and the PC are talking to one another. Let's transfer a disk image from the PC to the Apple II. Type in the file name. This shows you all the floppy drives and what disks they have in them. And we're just going to go for the no name, which is the blank one in drive 2. So now the PC is sending that disk image to the Apple II. So that's done. Let's move on to creating a disk image from the Apple II back to the PC. In order to do that, you have to press S for send. Give the disk image a file name and you have to remember to use the extension .dsk, otherwise the emulator won't be able to detect the file type and it won't boot. In this case the emulator is Apple II Win. Okay, now it's asking me which disk I would like to create a image from, and we're going to use the disk in drive 2. It's basically creating a disk image now from the Apple II to the PC. Okay, that's done. Let's have a look on the PC if I can boot the disk in the emulator. And that is how you create a disk image. So there we have it. If you found this video useful, please leave me any comments or feedback below, like my channel, and please subscribe. Thank you for watching.